Alright guys, how are y'all doing? I've been recording a little bit. Life has been chaotic, to say the least. I'm in need of comfort food right now, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could say I'm sort of going back to where I started with my channel. Long time ago, I made a Let's Play of Jak and Daxter, the first game. And now I decided I'm gonna just jump in headfirst into Jak 2. Now, I'll talk about eventually why I'm in need of video game comfort food right now, but in order to do that, though, I need to talk about why this game in particular is really special to me. For one thing, this was actually technically the first Jak game I played when I was like 4 years old with my brother. So I might have talked about this a little bit in my Jak 1 Let's Play way back. But essentially what happened was, so keep in mind, I was a pretty little kid. And my brother was not much older than me. And my dad, when we were renting this game at my aunt's place in Scranton, PA, we loved it. We had a lot of fun with it.
For every age.
You know what? I'll continue after the cutscene. This opening scene is so good.
Before they were the strength beneath our feet. The plants braved vast winds before their roots could give us life. As a sage of considerable years, I have known only one such great ordeal. Yet the hero it created was a champion for all time. Today's the big day, Jak. I hope you are prepared for whatever happens.
I think I figured out most of this machine. It interacts somehow with that large precursor ring. I just hope we didn't break anything moving it here to the lab.
Easy for you to say. We did all the heavy lifting.
Daxter, don't touch anything! Though the precursors vanished long ago, the artifacts they left behind can still do great harm.
Or great good, if you figure out how to use them.
I've had some experience with such things. I know.
This opening scene is so interesting if you know what happens at the end of the game.
Still got the mojo.
Interesting. It appears to be reading out some preset.
And I would imagine most of you watching this probably know how this game ends, so yeah.
Look at that.
Finally, the last rift gate has been opened.
What are those things?
So this is how it happened.
Foreshadowing.
Cannot hide from the war.
Do something, Jak!
What's this do? Or that? How about this one? Anybody pressed all the buttons?
What was that thing?
Hang on, everyone!
I want on this thing!
Oh shoot, oh shoot. I'm not even talking about the game, I am talking about the fact that I dropped my controller on my microphone cord and almost knocked it over. No, what the heck?
Okay. I swear, that's the last time I ever touch any stupid precursor crap!
There he is. Move in. Step away from the animal.
Forget the rat. The Baron wants him. We've been waiting for you.
Don't worry, Jak. I'll save you before you know it.
Dark eco injection cycle complete. Fire readings nominal and unchanged.
Nothing. I was informed that this one might be different.
He is surprisingly resistant to your experiments, Baron Praxis. I fear the Dark Warrior program has failed.
You should at least be dead with all the dark eco I pumped into you.
What now? Metalhead armies are pressing their attacks. Without a new weapon, my men cannot hold them off forever.
I will not be remembered as the man who lost this city to those vile creatures. Move forward with the final plan. Finish off this thing tonight.
As you wish. I'll be back later.
Ding ding, third floor. Body chains, roach food, torture devices. Hey buddy, you seen any heroes around here? Whoa! What'd they do to you? Jack, it's me, Daxter. That's a fine hello. I've been crawling around in this place, risking my tail, literally, to save you. I've been looking for you for 2 years. Say something, just this once.
I'm gonna kill Praxis!
Right now, we gotta get you out of here. Just let me figure out how to open the security locks for the chair so I can... you can do it. Easy now. Easy, buddy. It's your old pal Daxter, remember?
Daxter.
What the heck was that? Sheesh! Remind me not to piss you off. Come on, tall, dark, and gruesome. We're out of here. I brought you some new threads. Put them on.
And so it begins. So, yeah guys, my story with this game when I was young was... My dad didn't... Again, you have to keep in mind, we were like... Me and my brother were like 4 and like 7 years old at the time, you know? So like... We, my dad thought this game was a little bit too, like... mature for us at the time, I guess. Like, he didn't like that there was like guns and stuff, and he didn't want us like shooting stuff when we were that young. So like, immediately me and my brother were like, no, this game's so cool, you know? And then I basically, like, was only allowed to play Jack 1 for like a really long time. But then eventually, around like, I think it was like 2007, 2008, my oldest brother, he actually bought this game himself with his own money when he got his first job. So I basically was like, well, I didn't buy it. So but at that point too, I was probably like old enough that I could handle this game. Like, obviously this game is nothing crazy, but like, and then eventually I was finally able to play this game in its entirety. Like, it was everything that like I hoped it would be back then. Like, because like when I was young, when I was like real little, like it was super cool to me then. And then like, you know, when I was like 8, like it was everything I thought it would be and more, you know?
You can get a longer jump by rolling in.
But yeah. No, this game though, like, it's funny, like I feel like in hindsight, this game is pretty like underrated. Like I feel like among, you know, like Jack fans, like people love this game, but like in the overall gaming landscape though, I feel like this game doesn't get enough credit. Like, it does a lot of really cool things, and it's probably like the most like early 2000s game you can play, honestly. At least it's one of them. Like it just oozes like that early 2000s like edginess that everything was trying to do, you know? But yeah, no, I'm very happy to be playing this game again.
Hello, strangers. My name is Core. May I help?
You look like a reasonably smart man. I want information. Where the hell am I?
Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
Well, my angry young friend, you are a guest of His Majesty, Baron Praxis, the ruler of glorious Haven City.
I was just a guest in the good Baron's prison.
Inside a cell or inside the city, walls surround us both. We are all his prisoners. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'd move on if I were you.
By order of His Eminence, the Grand Protector of Haven City, Baron Praxis, everyone in this section is hereby under arrest for suspicion of harboring underground fugitives. Surrender and die!
Excuse me, sir. Don't you mean surrender or die?
Not in this city. Protect us from these guards, and I'll introduce you to someone who can help you.
Flank him!
Alright. comes our Dark Jack stuff. So, Dark Jack is interesting. I've noticed in like some more recent videos about this game, people have been talking about how like, in terms of the story, like Dark Jack's kind of underutilized.
That was cool. Do it again.
Something's happening to me. Something he did. I can't control it.
Very impressive.
You okay, Jack?
What you just did was very brave. This child is important.
This kid? He looks kind of scruffy.
You are in a restricted zone. Move along.
Thank you for your help, but I must get this boy to safety.
Hey! What about us?
There is an underground group waging war against Baron Praxis. Its leader, the Shadow, could use fighters like you. Go to the slums, find a dead-end alley near the city wall. Ask for Torn. He can help you.
Alright. So I guess we're going to the underground, as the old dude there said. But yeah, guys, like, yeah, like when I was younger, all I could play was like Jack 1 for like a while. And then once my older brother bought this game with his own money, I was finally able to play it. But yeah, no, that's kind of my story of this game. This game was like, it sounds really stupid, but it was like the first like game where like I felt like it was like, ooh, I'm getting away with something that I'm too young for, you know, like something stupid like that, like a game you're not old enough to play or whatever. And like to this day, like I still love this game. Like I have beaten this game, oh, easily maybe like over 15 times.
We're looking for a guy named Torn. Core sent us. Are you Torn?
Maybe this guy's a new, like you used to be.
New faces make me nervous. Word is you're out to join the fight for the city. You know, picking the wrong side could be unhealthy.
We want to see the Shadow.
Not likely. If you want to join something, why don't you and your pet go join the circus? Unless you've got the fur for a really tough task. Steal the Baron's banner from the top of the ruined tower and bring it back to me. Then, maybe we'll talk.
Oh man, you gotta love how just like so unnecessarily edgy this game is. I mean, this game is not nearly as like egregiously edgy as like Shadow the Hedgehog. Like Shadow the Hedgehog is easily like the most like try-hard version of this type of thing. But yeah. Yeah, I think I could probably beat this game in maybe like 6 hours, 6, 7 hours. I'm not making that joke. No, I'm not. Nope. Yeah, like around like 7 or 6-ish hours, somewhere around that margin. But yeah, I can probably do that. I've played this game a lot. Like the muscle memory is already kicking in. Like, but yeah, guys. The reason I've been needing some like video game comfort food is pretty heavy stuff has gone on with me. Not so much me, but more external parts of my life. So like me and like my immediate family are fine, but I'm really not sure how else to say it. But 1 second. Oh, excuse me. One of my best friends unalived himself, and that was quite a few months ago now, but so it's weird, you know, because like everybody like processes grief differently, you know. So like for me, you know, it didn't fully sink in that I lost my friend till a bit later, and after, you know, it fully set. It wasn't until like a few months later that it fully set in. And yeah, guys, I kind of been in a bit of a funk for a while after that happened, because like he's one of my best friends again, man. You know, it's like I don't know how else to say it. Just like he was one of those people too, where like he didn't realize how cool and how like cool person he was you know? Like, he didn't see himself the way, like, his closest friends did, or even his family did, and, like, yeah, man, it's just, it's a huge bummer, and one of the best coping mechanisms for me is just going back to some of your old favorite games like this, you know? Alright. Is that enough for you, Torn? Be cool enough? You gonna let us join your crew?
Yeah, I guess you guys are in.
Alrighty. And with that, we now need to head back to the hideout, I guess. But I guess that's what they call it. But yeah, this game too, man. Like, it is. I don't think anybody back in the day saw the sequel coming. Like, I don't think anybody expected it to, like, become what it ended up becoming. You know, like, basically, like, a platformer with, like, GTA stuff, like, mixed into it, you know? Like, it's interesting. Like, I mean, one thing, like, a YouTuber that I really like, a Canadian guy, he made a really good point on why he thinks Jak has not gotten a new game in so stinking long and no one's willing to pick it up, is because if you look at Jak as a franchise, it kind of has an existential crisis, like, because, like, the first game is, like, a, you know, standard, like, kid-friendly collectathon platformer, right? And then you have Jak 2 and 3, which are, like, GTA-esque style platformers and stuff that are, like, you know, the demographic and vibe's a bit different. And I think, like, developers, like, don't really know which side to lean into, because you have people who, like the first game and stopped after that, and then you have people who like all of it, like me, you know, like...
The Baron turned off all water to the slums. He's willing to sacrifice innocent lives just to destroy the underground. I shouldn't be surprised. I've seen his evil before, while serving in the Crimson Guard. That's why I quit.
You were a Crimson Guard? Oh, that explains your charming sense of humor.
My friend in the Guard tells me the valve to turn the water back on is located outside the city, at the pumping station.
Outside the city? What about the security walls?
What about the metalheads? It ain't a petting zoo out there. Peeps be getting deep-sexed.
Find the large drain pipe in the north wall. It'll take you outside the city to the pumping station. Get to the main valve and open it. If you survive, the slums will be indebted to you. If not, maybe we'll have a touching moment of silence in your honor.
I'd like to give him a touching moment.
For those of you wondering, that random noise was my phone. During that cutscene, I was looking at something, and a random video clip on Instagram had some music, and that's what that was. But, yeah. Now, we are going to the pumping station, and I really like the music. Like, this game in general, like, pumping station music is good, but this game has a lot of really good music. Like, I really like the music in Jak 1 and 2. I don't know about you guys, I feel like Jak 3's music, like, I don't know, it just didn't hit the same. Like, it wasn't as... It just didn't do as much for me. In general, I will say I'm pretty biased. I'm not a Jak 3 hater, but Jak 3 is definitely my least favorite game in the original trilogy, and I do want to eventually let's play that game as well. I do plan to, you know, let's play all three of them, but, like, in order for me to explain that, I think it's best that, like, I save that for when I eventually let's play that game. But in a nutshell, I think Jak 3 tried to do way too much with not enough, like, game. You know, like, the game is not long enough to, like, fully flesh out everything it tried to introduce. And as a result, the game kind of feels like a mess. And I apologize if you really like Jak 3, more power to you, but it's not my favorite. If you ask me, like, the Jak series peaked with this game. Like, I don't think... I've gone back... Over the years, I've gone back and forth on whether or not I like this game or Jak 1 more. Because, like... Again, like, this game has, like, the bones of Jak 1, right? Like, the physics are basically the same. You know, like, the platforming and all that's pretty much the same. But, like, there's so many other mechanics added to it. And it's like... I think it just boils down to personal taste. Like, I don't really think you can compare Jak 1 and 2, like, objectively. Because, like, fundamentally, their gameplay structures are just so different, you know? Like... It's just, yeah. But, yeah. I think if they... I mean, again, this is just me spitballing, but, like, I feel like the best... Not maybe not best, but, like, something that they could do with the series is, like, try to maybe do, like, a, like, from-the-ground-up remake of each of the games and, like, refine different aspects of them. Because, like, I think it'd be awesome if Jak 2 just kind of pulled something like kind of like what the new Naked Gun movie did, where it's basically like it just doesn't give a crap. It just does what it wants to do, and it's not trying to like pander to anybody in particular. You know, it's just like, hey, this is what we want to do. This is our thing, and if you don't like it, that's fine. But this is what we want to do. You know, like. I don't know. I think like that. I think that'd be such a cool revival for these games if they did something like that. Because again, you run. This is a bit. I don't know if this is a hot take necessarily, but like.
The valve. Allow me. Don't say it. Don't even chuckle. Next time, you turn the valve.
But, yeah, I was gonna say, like, Ratchet & Clank, if you ask me, at least, like, writing-wise, in terms of, like, I think after the PS3 games, like, the writing just got a lot worse, in my opinion. Like, it stopped being Ratchet & Clank, and it started molding itself to, like, be the most, like, sanitized, like, safe thing, in my opinion. Like, the original Ratchet trilogy, I still think are the best ones in the series. Like, you could argue the gameplay is, like, a bit more refined in, like, the future games on PS3 and stuff, but, like, in terms of, like, just the full package, I think 1, 2, and 3 are where it's at. I have never played Deadlocked, believe it or not. But, I don't know, maybe I'll do a blind let's play Deadlocked at some point. Oh, okay, let's switch our car, because we're about to spontaneously combust due to our negligence in our driving capability. Okay. I'm almost wondering if I should, like, edit and cut out, like, the parts where, like, you drive back and forth to, like, the missions and stuff, because, like, you do a lot of that in this game. Like, a good chunk of the playtime in this game is just, like, going back and forth with, like, you know, going to the different mission locations and stuff.
The slum's water is back on. I'd love to see the heads roll when the Baron finds out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's losing lots of sleep over this armpit of the city. We've done what you've asked. Now when do we see the shadow?
When I say so, if I say so. But before I even think about it, I want you to take care of an ammo dump we've ID'd in the fortress. Lots of Crimson Guards, constant patrols. We know it's vulnerable, and the underground needs you to blow up all the ammo you find inside. Get all of it, and we'll deal a body blow to the Baron.
You're sending us in, tough guy. So what's with this we'll deal a body blow stuff?
That's fine. I want the Baron to know that it's me who's hurting him.
Alright. Cool. Some cool news on my end. Just got a text message. So, I'll tell you what, guys. Something else that's like just been on my mind that maybe some of you can relate to, I don't know, is I feel like anymore it is so hard to make new friends, you know? Like, make new friends, let alone, like, even get, like, a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm talking about is, like, so I've got this friend, right, where it's, like, this friend of mine has, like, a group of friends that were planning to, like, go, rock climbing today, you know? And, I asked him, it's like, oh, is it okay if I come along, you know? Like, if not, it's no big deal. Like, I understand, like, if people don't want to, like, just have some random person included that they don't know, like, that makes sense. You know, because I understand how people just want to protect their peace anymore, you know, and just try their best to live their best life without, you know, unnecessary crap or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I think you get what I'm trying to say. But, like, but no, my friend just texted me and he's just like, yeah, no, you're welcome to come. I'm just like, oh, nice. Because, like, I'll tell you what, like, thankfully, even though I lost my friend, you know, like a few months back, despite that, in this last year, I made more friends than I ever have in my entire life. Like, almost like overnight. Which, thankfully, was the one silver lining to the year, despite losing one of my best pals, you know? And, yeah, it's just, it's interesting. And I don't know, some of the new friends I made are just, they're just great dudes, you know? Like, we hit it off instantly. Like, there's just, like, no ice to break with us. Like, it's just a nice feeling when you have good friends, you know, that you can just vibe with and don't have to worry about saying anything that'll upset them or whatever, you know, like, that type of thing. But, like, I'll tell you what, man, like, I'm sure all of you watching this, at least a lot of you, are well aware that the dating scene anymore is absolute crap. Because it's, like, something I've noticed, right, and, like, this is just, I'll just talk about my personal experience with trying to, like, date girls in the past, is, so, just speaking from my experience, right, so, there's quite a few girls, like, throughout my life that, at one point, I thought maybe I was going to end up dating them, or it would actually turn into something. But, like, usually what ends up happening, at least for me, and I'm trying to be self-aware of it and learn from it, is, like, I don't want the girl to think I'm an idiot, right? So, like, the thing is, like, I have a pretty unhinged sense of humor, I'll admit, which even on YouTube, I try to keep under control, because, you know, I just want to avoid conflict and not upset people. Like, I try to be myself as much as I can without being, like, any overtly offensive, you know what I mean? Like, and,
These barrels are the latest shit.
1 second.
Amico. The Baron says take them and get out.
Metalheads in the city? Why are the guards giving them eco?
But, yeah, so, you know, I try to, like, hold back my humor, because I have in general, like, my family is always saying this to me, is, like, I've always struggled really bad with, like, just balance in life in general, Yeah, especially with like how I express myself, you know, because like I'm either extremely like overly deep and like serious when I talk to people sometimes, or I am just absolutely unhinged and my humor is just like crazy. You know what I mean?
Missile systems.
And so it's like
Failsafe not responding. Danger.
When I say crazy, I don't mean like too crazy. It's just, you know, just I can say some pretty out-of-pocket stuff sometimes. Like, the sort of thing where it's like, you know everybody's thinking it, but no one's going to say it out loud, and then when you say it out loud, like, if you're with the right group, everybody laughs, you know? But, like, you know, when it's come to, like, trying to get to know girls I've been interested in, like, I kind of hold back on that, and I've, like, doubled down on, like, trying to be, like, emotionally sincere and, like, talk about more, like, serious stuff.
This place has too much excitement. We need to move back to the country.
But, and, like, I think what's happened for me, unfortunately, is I've, like, kind of turned some girls off because I was just too serious and, like, I wasn't... I don't know if this is the right phrasing, but, like, I wasn't, like, light enough or, like, fun enough to be around, so, like, I gave them the impression that I'm just this, like, overly emotional, serious person, you know, that, like, only talks about, like, heavy stuff. Which, if you're a close friend of mine, you know, like, that's not... I mean, it's part of how I can be, but it's not my entire personality, you know, and, like...
The demolition duo has returned. One barbecued ammo dump, served up hot.
We saw something odd while torching that ammo. The Baron's guards were giving barrels filled with eco to a group of metalheads.
Really? The Shadow will be very interested to hear that.
You know, so far, your gigs have been easier than stealing grass from a sleeping yak cow.
You and the rodent want to start proving yourselves? One of our suppliers needs his payment delivered. A bag of eco ore. Take the Zoom parked out back and drive it to the Hip Hog Heaven Saloon in Southtown. Ask for Crew. He'll be there. And don't let the Baron's patrols stop you. By the way, when you get there, pump Crew for information. He's wired into the city and may know what the Baron is up to.
You can count on us.
Are you still here?
But yeah, guys, like, it's just cool, though, because, like, you know, I have this friend that knows people that I really don't know, and I'm just happy to meet new people, and it's not even necessarily, like, with the only goal of, like, meeting girls. Like, I'm just happy to make new friends in general, but if I happen to meet a girl that I hit it off with, it's like, that's a bonus, you know what I mean? Like, I try very hard to, you know, just, like, when you meet new people, like, try not to have too high of expectations, and, like, just kind of just vibe and just have a good time, and, you know, don't take yourself too seriously, and, like, just, you know, just, I don't know how else to put it, just vibe, you know? Like, thankfully, like, growing up, I've always thrived in social settings. Like, I don't know, I've always, well, that's half true. When I was like age like 4 through like, I would say like maybe 13, I was the local weird kid. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I was just, again, I had no filter. I had zero tact for talking to people. I tried way too hard to be funny. I was just really overly passionate about whatever I was interested in at the time, and to the point where, like, it was, like, annoying to people. And, like, when I was, like, 13, I had, like, this moment where I was like, oh, I'm the village idiot. I feel terrible about myself. So, like, I basically, like, shut up and just observed people interacting in social settings for, like, 2 years. And then through that, I like to think I reinvented myself and...
Let me handle this, Jack.
You know, just started to make a lot of friends, or, like, since then.
Everything's cool. Nobody panic. Hey, big guy. Your crew? Well, we shook the heat, and your shipment's in primo condition.
That's good, eh? Because a cargo of rare eco ore is worth more than 10 of your lives. And of course, I'd be forced to collect slowly. The underground will take anyone with a pulse these days. And what do we have here? The Shadow's mascot of the month? Ooh, soft. Zig, this fur would go well with my silk suits, eh?
Listen, tons of fun. Anyone can see that you, and I have the real juice in this burg. We're both players, right? We're both looking for a piece of the action, right? I think we can do business, right?
We did you a favor. Now it's your turn. Why is the Baron giving eco to metalheads?
Questions like that could get a person killed, eh? Zig, Pierre Capitan here and his friend, Bonus. If you want to see what that baby can do, try the gun course outside. Show me some skill with that hardware, and I'll hire you for a job or two, eh?
Alright. Well, now we gotta do the gun course.
I've got suspicious activity in this sector.
Now, as I was saying, you know, thankfully I would say from like 15 years old onward, I slowly started to like, I guess you could say like, reinvent myself and like just, I guess, fix my reputation. Because like, I wasn't like infamous or anything. I was just like like I said, I was like the village idiot back then when I was younger. So, you know, since then I've just made like a lot of I've just made like a lot of really good friends, and I've continued to as I've gotten older.
Some kick, huh? It's not the fastest fire weapon in the world. You can put your weapon away or pull it out at any time. Try putting the weapon away. Easy, huh? Now take the weapon back out. Good. You can find red ammo inside crates and
yeah.
crates. Shoot the crates. Great. Now you're ready. You want to try
So the scatter gun here, most people when they play this game, like, they don't utilize it as much as they should, I think. Like, it's really good with like a bunch of like close quarters combat in this game, like when you have like a bunch of enemies like within close range. But like, I feel like what people I feel like once you get the blaster, a lot of people like just totally throw this gun away and like think it's like useless. It really can still come in clutch in the right situations. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, it's just yeah, it has its place. Like, it's not useless by any means. Okay. Yeah, once we hit the goal, like the goal amount of points that we need, I'm just gonna wing it and just leave because I want to get back to the main part of the game. Yeah, I'm not doing like all the side missions in this game. Like, I'm not like 100%ing Jack 2 and 3 like isn't nearly as enjoyable as 100%ing Jack 1. So yeah, I will not be doing that. I will be focusing on the main story and missions and that type of stuff. Okay. So, the next mission is with Mr. Sig, who gave us our gun, and I like Sig a lot. Sig's, he's a good character.
Excellent shooting, Jack. Ever thought about being a wastelander?
Can't say that I have.
Wastelanders find items from the outside the city walls, eh? Any artifact or weapon worth having comes through my hands. Work for me and I'll throw some of the sweeter items your way.
Kill metalheads? Get toys? Sounds good to me.
Slow down, Jack and a fat man. You two had better run that by me again, because there's no way I'm going outside the city to face more metalheads.
Sig will show you the ropes.
So you want to be wastelanders, huh, doughboys? Well, we'll see what you're made of when we get out in the thick. Crew wants some new trophies to put butts in chairs at the Hip Hog, so I'm gonna back him 5 nasty metalheads at the pumping station. Don't wet your fur, Chili Pepper, because we're rolling with the Peacemaker.
Woo! I need one of those. Where'd you get it?
Don't ask. Sig needs someone to watch his back while he tracks the metalheads, eh?
We'll meet at the pumping station. Listen, Cherries, don't you leave me dangling in the wind out there.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah. I would say this is the first mission where like the difficulty starts to ramp up just a little bit. It is funny though, like there were, for those of you that like kept up with like the niche 3D platformer like subpart of YouTube from like the early 2010s, like people always talk about this game back then like it was, like if you didn't know better, they talked about it like as Dark Souls and stuff like that. And, like it is not, like not even close. Like yes, this game isn't easy, but like it's really just, it's not. I mean, it's reasonable. It's a relatively challenging game, I guess, but like it is by no means like the hardest game ever. Like there are much harder games on the PS2. You know what I mean? Like that just always kind of like made me laugh. It's just like, yeah. Like yeah, I remember like Gex Up and Zookstar 1000. Like when they talk about this game, it was like, guys, I'm like, yes, the game can be hard at times, but like it's not that hard, you know. And this is coming from someone that like has beaten this game probably like 20 times, probably more than that even. Ah, fart. Give me that car. Give me that car. Come here. Come here. Thank you. But, yeah. I also, there's like, you know how like there's certain games that like, I don't know about you, but like I associate certain games with like certain times in my life. And like sometimes there's games you revisit at like a later point in your life, you sort of associate it with that specific time. So like, I remember back in like 2010, my family, we rented a cabin in the woods in Tennessee, and I remember my dad was like, "Oh, it's apparently like there's a PlayStation 2 there," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I remember I brought this game, and I remember I just played this game, like played it almost through the entire game that like the weekend that we spent up there, and like this game always makes me think of that specific trip we went on. I really do wonder what these games would look and feel like on modern technology today. Because, like, I was telling my friend about this. Like, a lot of PS2 games still look pretty good. Like, visually, this game holds up still pretty dang well.
Ready to hunt a few metalheads? Follow me, stick close, and watch my six. It's gonna be fun. Here we go. Here comes trouble.
Alright. Yeah, like I said, this is like the first point in the game where I think the difficulty starts to ramp up. But you can't really just like mess around and not lock in, because like, yeah, there's just a lot of enemies, and if you don't focus, you'll get messed up and you'll have a bad time. Because like, another thing that this game is infamous for is having like next to no checkpoints in all the missions in the game. Like, there's so many missions in this game where it's like, if you die and it's like a relatively long mission, it's just like, oh well, too bad, do the whole thing over again.
Great, kid, great. Don't get caught. Did you miss me? Let's get across the bridge before they come back.
Ugh.
There's our first target. Keep the other creatures back while I charge up the Peacemaker.
Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, this game does have friendly fire when you have, like, NPCs and missions like this. One thing that I do love about this game, like, compared to like Ratchet and Clank, is how like you're able to like combine like your melee attacks with your shooting. Like, I don't know, it's just really satisfying. Alright, come on. Come on.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Like I said, it's been a little while since I played this game, so I'm a wee bit rusty.
Here we go.
And it's definitely not the first time I'm gonna die in this Let's Play. Thankfully though, unlike Jack 1, we can skip the cutscenes each time he shoots one of the metal enemies.
Get behind me while I toast that tank.
Well, yeah, knock something over on my desk here.
This way.
Alright, I'm gonna go further ahead and it's gonna go all bam, shablam, bam, all day, fam.
Great. Don't get caught.
What the heck
Did
is
you
this
miss me?
commentary?
Quick, drop the bridge.
Gotta grab the bridge. Alright, we are almost back to where we were.
There's our first target. Keep the other creatures back while I charge up the Peacemaker.
Okie dokie then.
That's one fried metalhead. Let's get
When I was
to the next
younger,
target.
I always thought he said that's one pride metalhead. But I know he says it's just one pride metalhead now, but I swear it's what it sounded like to me.
With metalheads, I say shoot first, ask questions later. Stay close or we'll both be dead. There's the second scope.
Alright.
Sit.
Hold your horses, dude.
Cover me.
Doody doo 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 doo. Alright. Charge her up, blast them, and we'll proceed.
Boom, baby. One less metalhead to think about.
Oh shoot, it's wrong button. No, I didn't mean to take the health pack yet. Dang it. I wanted to save that, but oh well.
Stay with me. Drop that lift cap while I hold them off. Great. No time to celebrate.
Hold on.
Watch my six while I toast this bad. The trick is to
So I'll tell you what too, guys, like something else I'm trying to do is like I'm just like tired all the time, and I have come to the realization that I'm pretty sure I'm insulin resistant. Like I'm not like obese by any means, but I have a little extra weight on me, and I have pretty much all the hallmark signs that that someone's insulin resistant. Like I get tired all the time. Eating makes me really tired. My energy is relatively low. I get stressed out pretty easily. I have skin tags. In fact, I've started to form some small ones like on the bottom of my neck, and yeah, like I said, pretty much all the hallmark signs that point to having insulin resistance. So I am going to be eating very low carb / like keto for a while, just to kind of give my body like a reset, if you will. But yeah, no, I mean, thankfully though, I really enjoy. I do like meat a lot. Like I love my steak. I like some eggs and stuff like that. Come on. Oh my goodness. God, these things suck. Oh, okay, hold on. There we go.
Metalhead, I'm ready. company!
Alright, this is going to be important. Come on.
My gun! Take over! Get him while I fix my gun! Okay, the Peacemaker is back online.
Health pack.
Thanks for covering my butt. That was close.
Alright, he is nearly dead.
Last target, then we go home. Say goodnight, baby. Boom! Home team 5, metalheads nothing. That was the last one. Tell crew we got them all cooked and canned. I'm gonna clean Peacemaker and pick up the trophies. You did good, rookie.
Alright. Well, it appears we have also won Sig's Brutal.
It's good to see you still alive.
Open a sesame, open a sesame. That's a pretty obscure reference I just made. That's like one of those movies that, like, I feel like maybe like 5 out of like 100 people know about. Maybe a little bit more than that, which is Master of Disguise from like 2002. Like, yeah, it's a pretty good dumb early 2000s comedy with Dana Carvey. It's such a stupid movie, but it's so funny.
Sacrifice for your city.
Yeah, it's nice going back to this game. It's nice to just play something that reminds me of life before, not even just life, just the world, you know, like a time when like the world was, I don't want to say bleak, but like kind of, you know, like it's a little bit more, I don't know, it's just like, I feel like back then there just generally was a sense of optimism amongst most people. And I just realized I went to the complete wrong place because I am a big old poo-poo dum-dum. What I was about to say was like, you know, I feel like it wasn't like post like pandemic, you know, like 2020 onward, I feel like everyone and everything has just gotten so cynical. Like so cynical. Like it's just, now granted some of it is earned, I'm not gonna deny that. But like, I don't know, man. It's just people are a lot more unforgiving and are just so quick to like find fault and like pick. Not just people, but everyone just wants to like criticize and pick everything apart. Like I noticed there's just so much YouTube content that I swear is like designed to like only look for flaws. Like they're only looking for things to complain about. You know what I mean? Like I acknowledge, like as someone who like, you know, writes like fiction as a hobby, you know, like I understand that wanting to like analyze stories and stuff and like figure out what works and what doesn't and like apply it to your own art, like that makes sense. Like I get that, but like there's just so much YouTube content that is just so rage baity / like there's just so much stuff with like the tone of like it's worse than you remember, childhood ruined, like you know what I mean, like that type of thing. It's like that, and like another thing too that like really gets on my nerves. Now granted, like when I say this, I completely and wholeheartedly acknowledge people are allowed to like and not like whatever piece of media they want, like that's fine. But like
You boys are turning out to be quite useful, eh? I have another task for you. The sewers used to be a fabulous build a smuggling route for me before the Baron installed security devices.
And before those late-night snack runs kept you from fitting out the front door.
I bet you've hatched another brilliant plan in that hungry little brain of yours. So, who or what do we have to shake down, knock out, or blow up?
Well, I need someone to go down and shoot every sentry gun in the sewers. And I'll give you a sweet weapon upgrade if you succeed.
Let me guess. Dank murky water? Reeks worse than your breath at an oyster fest? Fuller of metalheads than your plate at a one-pass buffet? And of course, weapons more lethal than your ever-so-tiny whiteys on a hot summer day. Look, Donut Hole, why don't we float around here looking hot and heavy, and you go roto-root the pipes?
We're not doing anything until you tell us why metalheads are trading with the Baron's forces.
I should have had you well kneecapped, eh? All I know is that the Baron cut a desperate deal with the metalhead leader. Metalheads need eco, so the Baron supplies them with regular shipments. In return, the metalheads agree to attack the city just enough to satisfy the Baron's continued rule.
Yeah, but how long can that deal last?
Well, the Baron is running short on eco, eh? And the metalheads are short on patience. Baron Praxis needs this wall to keep in power. Otherwise, the city would put the true ruler on the throne, wherever that little brat is.
Daxter and I will clear your sewers. And we haven't forgotten about that weapons upgrade you promised in return.
Bloodsuckers.
I've always really liked that scene. Like, that scene, I feel like, just perfectly sets the tone for the story of the game going forward. But, yeah. Now we are going to get what is probably the most useful weapon in the entire game. And arguably the most fun.
Care to try for the course record?
Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, so this will make more sense when I explain this. During the cutscene, I stepped away to get some water, and I kind of forgot that you do not get that weapon until after the sewer mission, and I did a big little break part.
This is Unit Alpha.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm too lazy to cut out all the driving parts. After all, my YouTube channel is designed to be in the spirit of Let's Plays from the old days, and yeah, high editing is not my thing. If you're along for the ride, you're along for the ride. What can I say? There's a really good audio visual for like knowing when to jump with those things shoot. Yeah, that little jump scare right there used to get me every time I was younger. Again, I feel like this game does not get enough credit. Like, just the game feel of this game is just so good. Like, yeah, the combat's simple. It's not that, there's not that much to it, but like, it's very fluid and it feels really good, you know? Like, I don't think everything needs to be like, you know? Like, that's a whole thing, too. It's just, like, I feels like every game, not every game, but so many games of a sword, I swear, can't exist without being turned into a single thing. Like a sword or any sort of like melee weapon focus kind of game, you know? This is a part where Darkjack would be really useful. Oh, come on. Alrighty. Okay.
Nice. Keep it up.
Alrighty. That about does it. Okie dokie then.
Entering Haven City.
You know, I actually kind of wonder if I could beat this game in one sitting. I might actually try to do that. I'm like almost kidding. Because like, I don't have those plans I was talking about until like later. So, as long as I just don't suck the whole time, I might be able to do it. But, yeah, guys. I guess this will be it for this episode. But, yeah, till next time, I will catch you all then. See ya.